What's up, everybody? This is Russell. Welcome to the Webclass today. We are so excited. We have so many people registered for this. It is crazy because you guys want to know the secret to how we got over 1 million followers on Instagram, which is something that's really exciting. So not only am I going to show you guys today how we did it, I'm also going to introduce you to the person who did it for us, which is really cool. And he's going to come up and train and teach you guys some of the process. But it's been interesting because a lot of you guys have been asking me about stuff like this. Like, how do we get more traffic from Facebook, from Instagram, from YouTube, from all these different places? And obviously now with all the different iOS updates and things, there's a lot of fear and people trying to figure things out. And one thing that we've put a lot of focus on over the last probably year and a half or so was how do we grow our Instagram following. And we had a lot of success with it. And it's interesting if you guys have had a chance to read the Traffic Secrets book. Obviously, we talk about a lot of ways to drive traffic. There's a whole chapter in here talking about how we do it inside of Instagram, right? And what's interesting is that when I first wanted to grow Instagram, I started looking at my Instagram feed, and if you go into your other folder, there's all these people that message you. Some of you guys probably seen this, and they're like, "Hey Russell, I can grow your Instagram feed to 1 million people. Hey Russell, I can do this." And we got all these people messaging us, just promising all sorts of different crazy things. And I was always nervous because first off, most of them who messaged me had like 13 followers, and I'm like, if you got 13 followers, you're probably not going to be the right person to grow our account. But second off, as we started looking into more people, the way they were doing it wasn't like technically sound. Like it was things that like may work for a little while, but they were black hat. And you know me, I'm very much about like I want things that last, that work today, tomorrow, forever. And inside the Traffic Secrets book, we talk a lot about Dream 100 and how we do things. And it's cool because when we met the person I'm going to introduce you to here in a minute, the way that they approached Instagram was it was very much in line with like my beliefs and stuff we taught in Traffic Secrets. And so what's crazy is as you guys see this, you see the process of how they took my account from about 260,000 people when they jumped in, 260,000 people who most of them weren't commenting. The account was kind of dead. It wasn't doing anything, to getting first off our engagement up dramatically, and the second off growing it to over 1 million people. It's cool because the way they do it is the same way that we kind of talk about in Traffic Secrets, using Dream 100 and other things. They're so cool, and so I'm excited for you guys to see, because I think it's going to demystify some of the stuff, and you guys will start understanding how to do it. So, how many of you guys watching right now, you want to have Instagram, you want 10,000 people, or 20, or 100, or 50 million, you want to be bigger than The Rock? Let us know in the comments down below. You could be watching on Zoom or Facebook. We're all over the place kind of streaming this right now. So let me know kind of your goal. Like, what is that you want to have? Because I want you guys to have that number in your head, knowing that like, this is how many people I want to have, because we're going to show you guys the exact process to deconstruct that so you can get the number of followers you want to grow your brand, to grow your company, so you can sell coaching, info products, whatever it is you're selling. The bigger following you have, the more it's going to help. So that's the game plan. All right, with that said, you guys ready to meet our special guest today? So the person who messaged us back when our account was struggling, and took things over and kind of has grown it to this point, he's someone who I've had a chance, especially the last couple of days that he's been here in Boise hanging out, to get to know him personally. Someone who's really, really cool. I think you guys are going to love him, and he's got a really cool process for how he does this. So everyone, let's virtually, if we're in a big event, I'd have you all put your hands together, but virtually where you're at, it's like drum our desks, let's put our hands togetger for Leo Ahmad. So come on up.
Let's do it.
How's it going, man?
What's
Everyone,
up, man?
welcome.
Appreciate you.
Yep. So he's going to walk you through some of the process here. I'm gonna sit here and just jump in and out.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to have questions along the way to make sure I get all my questions answered as well. But I'm going to turn it over to you to kind of start running with this.
Let's do it. All right. So I really appreciate the introduction, and amazing. So grateful to be here. This is like the first time doing anything like this. So I just understand that there's so much value that I have to give to you guys after like 5 years of studying the Instagram algorithm, just geeking out in my room. So here we are, just ready and excited to share what we've got in store. So my question to start off with is, how many of you have received a message from an agency saying that they can grow your account? Okay, drop it in the chat, whether you're on Zoom, wherever you're tuning in from, just drop it in the chat and let me know how many times you've probably received that message.
How many times a day?
How many times a day, yeah. Now, the truth is, there are probably well over 10,000 different agencies and different people that are asking you whether or not you can grow on Instagram. And, you know, you might probably thinking, you know, who is this guy? Who is this kid? And why is he teaching me about Instagram? What makes his strategies different from all the different strategies that are out there? Well, you know, the truth is, you know, Russell's only worked with one person. You only trust one person. And that, honestly, that's been me. And it's been such an amazing experience to work with Russell and be in support of his brand and his community. But to realize that there are thousands of different people out there, it's just been an honor and a privilege to support him with this. So now I want to show you kind of like what we have done, right? We started off at 260K followers, grew all the way to 1 million. And, you know, we're at this point now where, you know, engagement is crushing it. We started off, the page was shadow banned, and now we're getting like 14K, 81K on some really, really big posts. And yeah, it's been a pretty crazy experience.
It's been fun watching. Yeah, we used to do some on Instagram. We post things, and it was just like crickets. Like, we have 260,000 people. How is nobody seeing this? And now it's fun. Like I said, 81,000. We had one a couple weeks ago that had 120,000 people view something and 30,000 votes. And it's like, it's fun seeing like the interaction happening now that we didn't have before.
Yeah, and it's super exciting. So, now, before I dive into the training, I really want to get clear on one thing, and that is who this is for, okay? So if you are tired of seeing everyone else in your niche growing their accounts, when you know you have more value to offer the market, okay? This is super important. And also, you would love to create another source of traffic in your business. This is like the perfect opportunity to understand Instagram and understand how to serve your community. And also, if you're tired of relying on Facebook ads in order to get traffic. As you guys know, like, Facebook is this platform which is wiping out all these small businesses, and maybe you're looking for a new traffic source. Instagram is that perfect one. The other thing is, if you're looking for real targeted people to join your community. And then finally, last but not least, you are here to serve your community. And this is the most important thing. If you are here to take advantage of people or scam people, leave this training right now. This is not for you. So with that being said, I just want to really show you some awesome results that we were able to get in the past. So how do you know that this really works? I want to show you a few people that we've worked with in the past and people that have applied the same hype technology to their brand. And Lars is a great example of this, okay? Lars grew 29K followers. He was a personal trainer. He was like 19 years old, and he came to me after the lockdown hit, and he was like, I've been personal training for I've been personal training all my life, and I've lost all my clients because the lockdown hit. He's like, what do I do? So what we did was we basically built his Instagram community from scratch and helped him launch his very own fitness business. And now he's at a point where he's working remotely, he's working from home, and he's getting all these amazing clients, and it's just been such an amazing experience to watch that happen. Also, Hayley Finley, right? So she started at 111 followers. She just wanted to be a travel blogger, just starting out. She wanted to, travel the world. And now she's literally closing deals with multiple 9-figure companies because of the trust and the authority that she's built from building her presence and her community, which is just insane. So last but not least, we have Michael, okay? Now, this is a crazy one to me. Michael he was literally, must have been like 17 or 18 when he started his page, and he grew his page all the way to 1.3 million followers, applying the same tactics I'm going to be teaching you today, and he was selling daily shout-outs for $100 to $200 a pop, which is just crazy to me. I'm super excited to share this with you, and just make sure you're writing notes as we go through this. And also me, right? I'm not special either. I was able to go from being this goofy kid. I was totally misunderstood, and I was at a point in my life where I had about $40 to my name, and to be completely honest, I was quite depressed and directionless. And I had this huge wake-up call on New Year's Day, and I realized that this is not the life that I want to live. I remember going and running back to my laptop, going back home, and I went to my laptop and I typed it on Google, how to make money online. I know we've all done that at some point in our journey. I typed in how to make money online, and I found out that I could make money from Instagram, and I started geeking out on the Instagram algorithm in my room. And then I got to a point where I found out about .com secrets, and that was my missing puzzle piece. I was like, wow, .com secrets has all these different things I can apply to what I'm doing with Instagram. And soon after, I started making money from my account. And I was like, no way, this is insane. And, I just remember at that point when I first made my first dollar from my Instagram account, I was like, I'm not going to lectures anymore. I'm just going to keep doing my thing, and I'm going to stay in my dorm room, and I'm just going to keep doing. I just created this little bubble, I just created this little bubble. And it wasn't until 3 months later where I received a letter from my university. And it said, Dear Leo Ahmad, it has come to our attention that your attendance has dropped below 25%. And if this continues, we'll be forced to remove you from the university. And I come from a family where failing out of university, I probably would have been disowned, to be completely honest. And that was a really difficult message for me to receive. So I remember going to my friends, and I wanted to get their perspective on it. So I said, guys, I'm building this Instagram, and I'm doing all this marketing stuff, and I was like, I'm planning to drop out. What do you guys think? And every single one of them laughed at me. And it was in that moment where I was like, wow, I've been doing all this thing and no one is really believing in what I'm trying to do here. And then I went to my family and I asked my family, like, I'm planning to drop out. What do you guys think? And they thought I'd gone crazy. They actually thought I'd gone crazy. And this was like honestly one of the most difficult moments in my journey. And I realized that I need to make a change here. So later that year, I made the decision, which was super difficult, but I ended up dropping out of college. And this was the biggest decision that I made in my life. And as you can see here, it says I dropped out of college to pursue my dream, thanks to Russell Brunson and the team at ClickFunnels and Instagram, Next Stop 2 Club. And that was back in 2017. So yeah, it was just so crazy to look back here now. And, 1 year later, just truly blessed and truly grateful. In 2018, I started traveling the world. I got invited to meet Tai Lopez and started seeing all these amazing things. And then I finally went to Funnel Hacking Live, where I could see my friends for the first time, all the people that believed in me when no one else believed in me. And that was such a beautiful experience, just being there. And then now fast forward to 2021, just truly blessed, truly grateful to be here. I've finally got into the 2 Club, built multiple 7-figure business, all about Instagram and working with my dream clients. And more importantly, I've switched my focus to service now. I'm just on a mission to help as many people as possible with building a profitable community from Instagram. And I'm just here right now to share that message with you guys. And I just want to, end off with just expressing my gratitude to you, Russell, just for putting everything together, ClickFunnels, and it's just made a huge impact in my life. And I know it's going to impact whoever is watching this as well. So I'm super excited. So what is a hive and why do you actually need a hive? Okay, so I want you to really think about this for a second. And that is this question of why are bees so successful? Okay, why do you think bees are so successful what they do? Is it like the way that they flap their wings? What is it that you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below what you think is the reason as to why bees are so successful. And, okay, awesome. So it is, in fact, community, right? And you will notice the same thing time and time again. You'll see it in the Roman empires. You'll see it in the animal kingdom. You'll see it like society is all built around community. This is how nature works. And the problem is most growth strategies that people are applying they don't come back to nature. And that's why communities are dying again and again. I have clients that are coming to me and they're saying, my page is dying and I don't know what to do about it. And that's because it's not rooted in nature. So what I'm going to be teaching you is the same ancient wisdom of the bees, right? The same ancient wisdom that they use to build their hives time and time again. And the crazy part about it is that this strategy is algorithm proof, okay? The same way bees have been working for centuries, this is going to work for your Instagram account again and again and again, okay? So, I don't think this was meant to be a...
honey.
Can we cut this part out?
We're literally live. You can't cut it out. You guys saw the shot.
Okay. So Hive technology, you guys didn't see that. Growing followers. Hive technology is basically growing followers using algorithm-proof strategies, then converting them into a Hive community that is ready to buy. Okay, so I'm going to be teaching you this Hive technology so you can start applying it to your Instagram today. So you might be thinking, how do I grow my own Hive community? Well, let me show you. I created this fun little graph with my team here, and I want you to really understand this for a second. Like, how do bees build their hives? Okay, so this is the process of how they build their hives. They go to the flowers and they grab the nectar from the flower. They go straight back to the hive. And over time, the hive builds, it grows, and it gets bigger and stronger over time. And over time, honey is made out of that hive. And I want you to think about your Instagram in the same way. Imagine that you are the bee. As funny as that may sound, you are the bee, and you're on a mission to bring as much nectar as possible back to your hive, help it grow, and over time, generate as much honey as possible, aka money. So again, you or your team is the bee. The flowers are the IG traffic sources that are all that are available for you to grow your page. And then we have the nectar, which is the traffic, and then your hive is your IG community. Okay? So just be conscious of that whilst we go through the rest of the training. Now, you might be wondering what kind of growth strategy did we specifically use to grow Russell's account? Because there are so many different strategies. It's like there's hashtags, there's DM groups, there's all these different things. And what we specifically used was influencer marketing, okay? And I'm going to tell you exactly why we used influencer marketing to grow Russell. And the reason why, and you might be wondering why there's a weird man with a carrot here, the reason why is because I want you to picture this for a second. Imagine you are the ultimate carrot growing expert, right? And you're on a mission to you're growing all these amazing carrots, you become a genius at it. And just imagine for a second that one day you pull out this huge carrot. And this huge carrot is like, it would probably make all the gardeners in the area just be blown away about how big you could grow carrots. And I want you to realize that on Instagram, there are pages in every single niche. You have luxury niche, you have the travel niche, you even have the gardening niche. And I want you to really visualize this for a second. Imagine you wanted to build a community around growing carrots and you wanted to monetize that community. And just for a split second, you got a picture or a video of you pulling out this huge carrot. Think about how many gardeners would be so excited about that and that offer. And you gave them an offer and that said, hey, if you join my community, I'm going to teach you how to grow a carrot in 30 days. What that would do is help you build a community substantially. So yeah, it's just a crazy thing to acknowledge. No matter what niche you are in, whether you're a potato gun expert, whether you're whatever you may be, there is an opportunity for you to monetize from your passion and build a community from your passion or expertise. So the other thing to note is that influencer marketing is the best growth strategy out there. The followers are super targeted. They follow you because they're connected with something about who you are, your story, and what you teach. And the cool thing is that you can grow thousands of followers in a single day, targeted people that genuinely care about you, okay? So let's go over to the slide of how does it actually work and making this really visual for you and easy to understand. So for Russell specifically, this is one of the promotions that we used. There's a page called Motivation Chasers of the many different pages that we worked with. And as you can see, it's in the entrepreneur/motivation niche, so people that are interested in building funnels and marketing. So what we did was we created something about Russell and a story about Russell. We placed it on the page and we drove traffic all the way to his Instagram. And all the people that resonated with the message and resonated with Russell ended up becoming a follower. Okay. So
can I jump in here too real quick? Actually, can we throw a slide up on the back? Because I have some questions. I want to make sure everyone understands. So if you've read Traffic Secrets, to talk about creating your Dream 100, right? So Dream 100 are the people that have your existing following. So when we were working with you guys initially with Instagram, like this account was one of our Dream 100, 207,000 followers. That should be my followers, right? And so we took them and a whole bunch of other people, and then the strategy was to go out there and like, hey, let's put my content on their page. They go there, someone clicks on it, they see the stuff, they like it, they come, they follow me. And that's literally the simplicity of this model. There's a lot of details about it, but it's finding out who are the people that have the big accounts in your market already, and you're paying for placement in here. Someone clicks, they come through, and they go through the process. So my question for you, because I actually don't know these stats or these numbers or how they work, but like you go to something like this, like how does it work? Like how much does it cost? How does it work? Like I'd love to understand the process, because I don't understand it 100%. I'm sure that a lot of people don't as well.
For sure, yeah. So there's so many different ways about explaining this, but specifically the main focus is to find congregations, right? You want to find people where your ideal audience is congregating, and you want to just like reach out to them, negotiate with them, build a relationship with them. And the crazy thing is that sometimes like you can even find pages that will charge as low as like $30, right? And that's the crazy thing. This is just
you pay $30, they post it on there. And then all their followers see it, they click on it, and a percentage of them come and they join your page.
Exactly.
That's so cool. And I know this changes to pay on a million things, but like $30, like from that, I don't know how many. It's hard to say. I know. Like the question is just like, let's say this right here, like 207,000 people. What do you think we spent on something like this, and then how many followers do you think we got from something like that? Just again, totally ballpark.
Yeah. So for something like this, Motivation Chasers, they literally charge like $30. This page specifically charged about $30 for a post for like 12 hours, which is insane, right? It's such a blue ocean, because if you do the same thing on Facebook, like you're probably charging 4 or 5 times more depending on what it looks like. So we actually have a couple slides about that, which you
go deeper. Cool.
Yeah.
So I understand, like that's the thing. Like we went this one, $30 cost them for 207,000 people. They kept the post up for 12 hours. 12 hours they pull it down. So you got 12 hours, which is where most traffic comes anyway, because people, it hits their feed, they show up, they're coming here, and from there we might get 100, 500, 1,000, something people coming. And it's doing that over and over and over and over and over again. And that's how we grew over the last year up to 1 million followers. Anyway, super cool. I just want to make sure everyone understands that, because that's the strategy. It's not more difficult than that, other than figuring out like how to find the people and stuff. But that's literally the strategy. So
yeah, and it's super exciting, because like we had to split test all these different ads, like hundreds of different ads on different pages. And it's just such a fun and exciting process. And you guys are going to learn every single bit of it today. So
anyway, I'll pass back over to you. I just wanted to make sure everyone kind of understood that, and it's kind of cool.
All right, so these are the 3 steps on like how you actually on what to actually do, right? So step 1 is intrigue. Okay, you really want to just intrigue infiltrate. Step 1 is infiltrate, and you want to infiltrate a community that has your ideal audience on it. Step number 2 is intrigue. All right, my vision isn't the best today. Step number 2 is intrigue. You want to like really intrigue the audience, captivate them, grab their attention. And then step number 3 is convert them. Okay, so you go through this 3-step process, which is really simple: infiltrate, intrigue, and then convert them into followers. Okay, and now touching up on some of the questions that you had earlier, Russell, was like the average price, right? So for example, Millionaire Mentor, which is a huge page, Jason Stone runs it. He will charge anywhere between $1,000 to like $3,000 for a post, which is quite significant, except he has 7 million followers, and on average, he has about 15,000 likes per picture. Now, the crazy thing is that if you go to a very small page like Motivation Chasers, you can probably get the price to like $30 for 24 hours, and the average likes is about 10 times less. But the crazy thing is, if you can focus on smaller influencers when you're getting started, that's going to help so much. Because when you're just getting started out, you're going to notice that the cost is just significantly cheaper in the long run. So as you can see here, $30 spent to reach 30,000 people, which is just insane. This is literally an untapped gold mine. And I want to show you some stats as well, just to look at like Facebook ads. So Facebook ads on average, they cost about $0.97 per click. And this is according to WebFX, by the way. Of course, this varies and fluctuates. And so that's about $7.19 per 1,000 impressions. So 30,000 impressions would cost on average about $210. So just think about that for a second. Think about the difference between that and also on Facebook, which is about, on Instagram, which is about $30. It's just insane.
The other thing is interesting for people who are like worried, like, I can't spend that much money right now. Like, you can go test on the $30 one, see what works. If like, oh, the ad didn't work, you can try a different one, and you can test 3 or 4 times. You're like, oh my gosh, this ad's the one that they hit, got more followers. Like, and then you can take that to a bigger page and a bigger page. So eventually, you can afford the bigger pages and get more people coming through.
Exactly. You don't want to scale until you've played around with the smaller pages. Is basically what it is. So. Really cool. So yeah, and I'm going to be showing you all the different strategies, how you can even like negotiate even better rates. And that's the cool thing, like with Facebook ads, you can't really negotiate. They just give you the number and you do what you got to do. So yeah, this is a really interesting strategy. Now, I wanted to just finalize by showing some other like case studies and results of people who've tried this exact same process before. We've got Sean Castrina, who grew from 16.8K followers all the way to 203K. I believe right now he's at like 250K, which is insane. And his engagement is just skyrocketing. He's generating so many sales from his info products and everything. And it's just crazy. Anna Wood as well. So she's like a influencer in like the spiritual niche, and her focus, like she literally grew from like 57.6 all the way to 173,000. And her community is so loyal, and they just trust her, and they sign up to her trainings and everything. And it's just been awesome to watch her growth as well. We also have Matthew Jang. So Matthew Jang grew from 9,000 all the way to 111,000. And Zain Saraswati is another one as well, 4,000 to 21,000. James Malinchak, 335 all the way to 95,000 followers. So it's just crazy. This works again and again and again. No matter what niche you're in, no matter what you're offering, this will work for you.
I love to like jump into, because I want people to understand this, because there's a lot of hidden benefits that come with building a big following too that I don't think people necessarily understand, right? Like obviously you get the followers and you can then send them to your products and your services, but some of the other things, like for me, now that my thing's over 1 million people, like there's certain like influence that comes with that, where I can message almost anybody now on the Instagram platform, and typically I get hundreds of messages a day, but I always look through all the messages and people have the blue check marks. I look at that and they see their followers. And if they've got 1 million followers, I refollow them, I respond back to them, like instantly. And so it's like a gatekeeper also, and gets you into gates and gets you into rooms and gets you in conversations you can't have otherwise, right? Because if I get 200 messages, people have 333 followers, even if it's James Malinchak, I'm not going to listen to it. But all of a sudden it shows up and it's like 95,000. I'm like, oh, okay, this is someone who's a player. I have time to engage with them. I'm going to spend some more time. So that's a big thing. The other thing is, obviously we're talking about posting on the wall, but I love doing the Instagram stories because they're so much fun to share my family. But then from there, we push people to our webinars and our trainings and like all the things that are happening. And as our following's grown, you get more people. Where first it was like I'd get a dozen people watching my stories, and then it got to 1,000, and then 10,000.
80,000 yesterday.
We had 120,000 people saw one of my stories last week, which is crazy. And so it's just understanding like this halo effect. Like, yes, it's going to get you more followers, but like what that means is get you access to people you don't have access to otherwise. It increases your sales, increases people seeing everything you're doing. Like, there's so many side benefits of it that, like when we first got into it, I was nervous at first. I'm like, are we going to invest this money? Like, is it just a vanity number? Like, who cares if it's 1 million people? And I've seen people who build accounts the illegitimate way, and you can tell because they have 1 million followers, and you look at one of their posts, there's like 200 likes. You're like, there's something wrong here. And so when you kind of showed us this model, I was like, this isn't in line with what we believe already. This is Dream 100 at its core, right? Yeah. Finding the people who already have your following, creating cool messages, buying your way in, getting those people coming over, and it builds like a real audience of people who are the kind of people who are going to buy your anyway. So I just want to like help you guys understand that like there's so many benefits that come from this that I think a lot of us miss. Like I missed it until we started happening, and I had people literally like celebrities messaging, all these big people messaging me who are like, hey, because they saw the following, and then they're coming to you, and it opens up so many doors. So
yeah, I mean, there's so many ways of looking at it. Like it's like almost like the modern day business card. Like you can go into a room. Like back in the days, you'd go to an event and people would give you their business cards, and I would lose them most of the time, to be honest. And now I'm like starting to realize that people are just like saying, hey, what's your Instagram? And when you have that level of social proof and you have like the hundreds of thousands of followers or whatever, like people just perceive you differently, they interact with you differently, and it just helps with that whole
100%.
Process.
I've had that before where somebody sent me a book that they wrote, and then first thing is I followed my Instagram, and they only had a couple hundred followers, and I was like, they can't be. Anyway, in my head, I was just like, there's no way this person's like legitimate author if that's all I have. And so like I didn't really follow up with it, which is so interesting. It's just like the way our humans' minds work with status and stuff like that. Yeah,
it's the new way. And it's just really interesting as well with like the whole, like the funnels as well. Like, tying your funnel to your account, like sending traffic directly to it. Like it's such a powerful way by using the stories and using the feed posts. And there's so many like creative different ways of doing it. And I've just heard of people, building huge businesses, just like building the community and then driving traffic. So it's really cool. Yeah. So, circling back, James Malinchak crushing it right now. And the final thing is like, are these potential buyers, right? So we also have Thor, who's one of my clients, amazing guy that I've worked with for a long time now. And he's grown all the way from 32,000 to 69.7 thousand followers. And initially, like, he didn't really have a tier 1 audience as much, and then we applied the same strategy. He grew a bunch of tier 1 followers, and he started to monetize it.
Can you explain that means tier 1 for those who don't know?
Yeah, so tier 1's like US, UK, Canada. They have like more buying power in a marketing sense. So, and then the crazy thing as well is like Thor's income exploded. Like he literally dropped out of high school, just started traveling the world, and it's just been really, really exciting to see his growth.
So the question is, what's next? So a couple of things. The reason I wanted to bring Leo, because everyone keeps asking me, like, after we passed the million person mark, that was the question people asked, like, how'd you do it? What was the secret? And I'm like, the secret is the Dream 100. And like, but how do you apply it to Instagram? I'm like, I don't know, you just do it. And like, it kind of got this thing. And so that's why we kind of had this conversation, like, what if Leo came and showed you guys how to do it? And so we wanted to do this first introductory web class just to get you guys excited to see what's possible. Now, some of you guys have enough, you can go and run with it. But for those of you guys who are ClickFunnels members, we wanted to do something really, really special, because obviously the selfish thing for me is the more followers on Instagram you have, the more traffic you drive your funnels, the more money you're going to make. Like, a whole bunch of really good stuff's going to happen from it. And so I asked Leo, I was like, what if we did something really, really cool, like a deep dive training that went beyond just kind of helping understand the core principles, but had a chance to go deeper. And it's going to take a little bit longer. Obviously, we've been here for a little over 30 minutes or so right now, but we want to go deeper and spend more time with you guys for those who are interested to really figure out all the strategies. Like you guys have the core strategy how to grow, but how do you actually do it? How do you find the influencers? How do you actually negotiate? How much does it cost? Like, what's a good price? What's a bad price? There's so many questions that I had. I was like, there's no way we can do that in like an introductory kind of presentation. But hopefully this got you guys excited to see how it works. And hopefully you saw how simple this is literally for all of your guys' businesses. It doesn't matter what niche you're in. You could be carrot growing, it could be wrestling, could be underwater basket weaving, like whatever your thing is, this works, right? And I'm sure you guys have seen it in any markets you're in. You've seen the people who have the big Instagram followings. Like, it works, and this process works across the board in any business you're in. And I think that if you guys make a focus of like, I need to grow this, we want to help you. And so if you're a ClickFunnels member, we got something really cool for you. We are going to be doing a ClickFunnels member only training for all you guys here in less than 30 minutes, where we're going to go deep and show you guys behind the scenes even more. We're going to get actual stats, analytics, and stuff we can't share publicly unless you guys are ClickFunnels members. So if you guys want, how many of you guys want that, by the way? If you're already a ClickFunnels member, down in the comments down below, like, freak out, be like, I'm getting the next step for free. This is insane. Okay, which is exciting. So if you're a ClickFunnels member, actually you want to click the next button. When you log into ClickFunnels dashboard, it looks like this. Click one more time. There's going to be a button here on the side. You click on that. There is a members only live training happening. Leo's going to come back and we're going to go deep into this for those who want the advanced training to really start going deeper into this. It's starting at the top of the hour. So like 27-ish minutes from now, we're going to be going live. So all the ClickFunnels members, log into ClickFunnels account, go and register, go get something to drink, something to eat, and then come back. We're going to go deep. It's going to be fun. It's going to be, you're going to have a chance to go really deep on this stuff to really figure out how it's going to work for you. Okay, that's number one. Number two, if you're not a ClickFunnels member yet, at this point, we've been talking about it every single day for over 7 years. You must either hate money or for some reason, I have not convinced you yet. So we want to bribe you. If you want to come on this training and get the behind the scenes and go really deep on how to grow your Instagram following, so you guys can take this stuff and figure out how do you find the influencers, how, all the things that you need to be able to execute on this strategy perfectly. This advanced training is happening here at the top of the hour. And so all you got to do is go to ClickFunnels.com, sign up for a free 14-day trial, and you can jump on the members only training here, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And sending you log in your account, click on the thing, and that button right there will register for your live event that's starting at the top of the hour here in 26, anyway. 20-something minutes, top of the hour, we'll be getting started. And you want to cover some of the stuff you're going to be going deep into?
Yeah.
I've seen the presentation, by the way. It's like, you guys are going to love
insane.
it. So
yeah.
you want to walk through the stuff you're going to be talking about?
Yeah, so I'm really, really excited to share this. A lot of this information I've not shared publicly before because it's just like such golden information, but I just want to serve this community and everything that you guys are doing. So I know it's going to have so much ripple effects if you really apply this information. So what I'm going to be sharing with you is secret number one, how to clone ads that have grown millions of Instagram followers in less than 10 minutes, okay? This is my exact strategy. I'm gonna be giving you my proven ads as well that have grown hundreds of thousands of followers if you stay towards the end of it. Then we have
Wait, can I go deep? So the reason that's so important, you guys, as you start doing this, like before we met him, we were trying to kind of dabble into this, we'd create ads and we'd do it and we'd get some people following. Like, we're doing this, but it's really expensive. And then he showed us like, no, these are the kind of ads, these are the tweaks, we made those tweaks, and the cost dramatically drops down. Because instead of spending $30 or $1,000 and getting 20 or 30 followers, now the same ad spend, you get 1,000 followers, right? By understanding how to do the ads correctly. And so that's why that piece is so important. Like I say, he's going to show you all that stuff, which is so cool.
Yeah, can't wait. So then we go into secret number two, which is how to ethically steal followers from your competitors on Instagram using those same ads. Okay, so I'm going to show you exactly how to infiltrate different communities so you can bring them straight back. And then secret number three is how to convert those exact followers at scale so you never have to rely on Facebook ads again. Okay, and then we've got a bonus, which I'm really, really pumped for, which is how to 3x your engagement on your next post. And the crazy thing is, as well, is I'm going to prove it live. I'm going to show you guys exactly what we've done with clients and how their posts went literally 3 times higher on the next post after applying these very simple tweaks. So I cannot wait. I'm super excited. And we'll see you guys.
Yep, so all the ClickFunnels members, this is our gift to you. All you gotta do is log into ClickFunnels account right now, go back to that page, register for Webclass. It's starting at the top of the hour, so about 20-something minutes away. We'll be going live. If you're not a ClickFunnels member yet, but you want access to this entire thing, all you gotta do is become a ClickFunnels member. And it's completely free. You get 14 days for free, so it's not gonna cost you anything. You can cancel in an hour from now afterwards if you're like, I don't want that, whatever. But the live training is happening right now. We're probably not recording. It's not something, if you miss it, you can watch later, because this is the window of opportunity for you guys to go watch it. It's starting live at the top of the hour. So stop what you're doing right now. If you're a ClickFunnels member, log into ClickFunnels, click on the link, get registered, and we'll be going live on Zoom. And if you are not a ClickFunnels member yet, go to clickfunnels.com. I'm sure there's a link somewhere, or you can type in clickfunnels.com, create your free trial, get in there, register for the training. We're starting at the top of the hour. It's going to be so much fun. And I cannot wait to see you guys blowing up your Instagram accounts. It's going to be amazing. So, all right.
See you guys there.
We'll see you guys at the top of the hour. Bye, everybody.